When I was 10, I got lost on the streets of Thailand. My brother and I were taking tuk-tuk to our favorite mall in Bangkok, Pata. It was close to our house, and we were allowed to just go when we wanted. Walking the streets of Bangkok wasn't dangerous back then, but looking back, maybe a little too dangerous for a couple of kids. But getting lost didn't scare me. Maybe it was because my older brother was with me, but in the end, I never felt scared. We eventually found our way to the mall, but that moment has stuck with me. Why did Thailand feel so safe and secure for me? Why did it feel like home? Growing up half Thai, I always searched for identity, and I always yearned for a place to belong. Well, fast forward to today, and today I'm playing with the design of a modern beach house on the island of Koh Samui. Not for a client, just a thought experiment. What if this was my place to slow down, to retire, to be still? What if this is where my identity wants to be? Welcome to Design Intent, where we slow down and design with purpose. So my father's side of the family is from Thailand, and they've recently relocated from Bangkok to the island of Koh Samui, and this is where I want to focus. Koh Samui has changed. What used to be a sleepy coconut grove is now filled with boutique hotels and infinity pools. But look closer and you'll find the soul of the island. This project is about bridging the past and the present, designing something modern, but with a foot in memory. I started by asking a question. How do you design for stillness in a place that's constantly moving? So my dad owns a piece of land near the northern coast. It's sloped with a good breeze, but it has tricky access. The views are incredible, but how do you orient for privacy when you want to see everything? My first few sketches? A mess. I tried to do too much. Wraparound decks, cantilevers, multiple pavilions. It all felt like I was designing a resort, not a home. So I started over, with one word in mind: enough. I studied how traditional Thai homes work. Raised floors, breezeways, gaps that let light in and let air move. I pulled the design apart into zones. The main living area in the center, private sleeping quarters in the back, and a breezeway to a studio, maybe for designing, or guests, or maybe just reading in silence. A modern home, but one that breathes. Now is where the ideas become tangible. I built the model in Revit, brought it into Inkscape for renderings. It's starting to feel real. I kept the palette simple. Light plaster for coolness and durability, wood from local sources for warmth. Slat walls allow airflow and texture, warming up the space a bit. There's a Buddhist idea called dukkha, often translated as suffering, but more accurately as discontent. A space full of noise, clutter, or too much ambition, that causes dukkha. This house is an attempt at the opposite, clarity through simplicity. Here's how it flows. I wanted to enter from behind the building so that the space can introduce itself. It gives you a sense of discovery, but also gives you a sense of privacy and security. The only people that are going to be in the space had to come through this one entry. A central living zone with views out to the ocean and a large porch. And one of the bedrooms tucked behind to give it a sense of privacy and a little more safety. And across the breezeway is a separate studio. This is going to be the space where you just might want to hang. This gives us a little bit more privacy, and if guests come over, they're not living in the same space as you will. There's no interior hallways. You move through the light and move through the air. Light from the east in the morning, glowing walls at sunset, shadows from slat walls dancing on the concrete floors. The house started to tell me it wanted to live, not the other way around. Here's the finished version. You wake up to ocean breeze drifting through shutters. Drink some coffee under the lanai while the sun rises behind the palms. Friends visit for the weekend, sleeping in the studio wing. Rain falls, but the breezeways stay dry. It's not flashy, it's not loud, but it breathes. This isn't just a design exercise, it's a meditation on how we might live when we give ourselves permission to slow down. When I started this, I thought I was designing a beach house, but really, I was designing a question. What kind of space would make me feel at home in myself? Maybe that's the point of architecture, not to impress, but to return us to something simpler. Let me know in the comments what your dream home retreat would look like. And if you want to see the full floor plan, render pack, early sketches, check out my Patreon below. Thanks for watching, stay curious, and design with intent.